My bad. What is going on, you guys? I am one less lonely salt shaker here. We're about to dive into Impact Wrestling post show because we have a lot to talk about. There's a lot that happened, and I mean, like, we're about to really get into it. We may have a pop in from Nikki. Of course, she is traveling, but let's get into the drama that took place tonight on Impact Wrestling.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
That's right, you guys. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's show on the planet. Of course, I am your EIC, Jody here, Triana Santana. And like I said, I am one less lonely salt sugar. Nikki is at the PW Revolver show currently as of right now. She may pop in, she may not, but who knows? I did pop that link to her. So she may pop in, say a few words while she's there, and pretty much go from there. But while we are here, we're going to go ahead and dive into Impact Wrestling because we got a lot of things to really get into, and I don't want to waste too much of your time. We are going a little bit earlier than expected because, like I said, normally we go at like 11:30. But of course, because Nikki is not here, we're going to go early. I'm telling you right now. I'm not going to be here all night. I promise you. All right, so let's pretty much go ahead and dive. What's going on, Cool Gamer? Let's go ahead and dive into our BTI before the Impact. We had Giselle Shaw versus Heather Reckless. It's quite interesting that we haven't seen Giselle Shaw on a BTI before the Impact in a very long time. So, and to see someone like Heather Reckless, I'm a little bit familiar with her from the time she's kind of been on BTI. I think she had like her match with like Jody Threat and everything, and a plethora of other people on the indies and everything like that. But Giselle Shaw, of course, you know, she has to gain her victory. She has to gain that momentum, still continue to keep that relevancy that she has as someone who is, I would say, one of the upcoming faces in the Knockouts division. And I mean, of course, Jay Vidal and Savannah Evans did join her ringside. And this was a pretty cool match. Heather was really getting a little bit of a momentum on Giselle Shaw, but the power and the dominance and the grace and the viciousness of Giselle Shaw can be quite interesting per se, but nonetheless, Giselle Shaw did pick up the victory, and I honestly was not expecting Giselle Shaw to lose this match at all whatsoever. But shout out to Heather Reckless. Hopefully, we'll be able to see a little bit more of her, in the Knockouts division. Maybe she'll face someone like Jody Threat, or a plethora of other women that are a part of that division. But nonetheless, we kick off Impact Wrestling tonight with the new Knockouts World Champion Trinity. Of course, they are in the Windy City. This is where Trinity actually debuted. When they went to Chicago, they have returned back to Chicago because of Chicago Heat, which is very different from Texas Heat in a sense. But Trinity, she comes out. You know what I'm saying? She looks absolutely amazing. I love the Trinity name that's going in the back of her hair. I would love to see her wear a little bit more of that in a sense and everything. But yeah, definitely enjoyed seeing Trinity out here and everything. And the title looks absolutely good on her. She comes out, of course, she talks about her match with Deonna Purrazzo. She even talks about, what she's looking forward to in with Emergence, with Deonna actually coming out and saying that she's basically not done with her. She wants a rematch at Emergence, and that was going to happen. Trinity did look awesome tonight. I absolutely love the one jumpsuit and everything, and the hair and everything like that too. She looked absolutely amazing. But Deonna comes out, and like I said, Deonna is not done with Trinity. She wants that rematch, and she's letting it be known that at Emergence, like, she's coming for that Knockouts World Champion and to become a 4-time Knockouts World Champion. That is what Deonna Purrazzo is looking forward to doing. Speaking of some people who are looking forward to, like, although not the liking of Deonna and Trinity, the Coven. The Coven have had a lot to say about Trinity since she won this title, and even when she got here. I mean, Kylan King was the first person to actually step into the ring with Trinity in her debut match in Impact Wrestling. So, I mean, like, It's only forfeiting because of the Coven. They are still pretty upset at the fact that they lost their Knockouts Tag Team Champions to MK Ultra, which is Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly. So they're still upset, but you can't be upset with like Trinity because Trinity won, the title from the person that she's standing next to. While the Coven, you guys lost your titles. It's not their fault. You know what I'm saying? You can't come out here and take your anger and frustration out on people who literally have nothing to do with you. And so this really turned into a big brawl between these four women. And I mean, like, what ultimately ended up in being a tag match. Deonna and Trinity tagging again, but Deonna, what a different feel tonight. This isn't like the Deonna that, was, twerking alongside Trinity and, maybe have a little bit of matching gear and things like that. No, I think this is we're very much dive back into the virtuoso bag of Deonna Purrazzo. Yeah, the Coven should be facing MK Ultra for Emergence, not Deonna and Trinity. That's true, but it seems like Giselle and Savannah are actually going to be facing MK Ultra at Emergence, and I feel like Callan King and Taylor Wilde definitely deserve to have their rematch. They should have a rematch, and maybe they should make that match a triple threat. Honestly, that's how I feel per se. So yeah, the Knockouts did get the first 30 minutes of the show tonight, and Impact definitely does their credit. They definitely know what to do with their women's division when it comes to here. Like I don't think there's really any complaints when it comes to the Knockouts division. So I mean, like this is everything. I mean, you got Trinity, you got Deonna, you have Callan King, you have Taylor Wilde, and it's an egg match, which honestly really shocked me in the sense of the fact that Deonna takes the pin in this match, even though this match was really, really good. It really was, but Deonna gets pinned by Taylor Wilde. No, I'm sorry, Taylor Wilde, but Kylan King actually. And I mean, like, wow. I would have not expected that at all whatsoever. Yeah, they would. Well, from what I heard, Deonna actually wasn't scheduled to wrestle that night, and this is what I said that she was dressed like hard to kill Deonna when she had to face when she faced like when she faced like Mickey James and everything. Like that's what I got from it and everything. That's exactly what she gave me, hard to kill Deonna when she faced Mickey James in that match and everything. So I definitely enjoyed this match. Shout out to the Knockouts, always doing an amazing job, and shout out to Impact for always giving their Knockouts division, a highlight. Like it wouldn't be right if the Knockouts division didn't get highlighted, especially with all the, controversy and discourse that's going on around with women's wrestling all over in different platforms and companies this week. So you want to say you want to talk about women's wrestling, you need to talk about the Knockouts division because not only are they putting on banger matches, they have star talent here that's making moves. So I don't know. Y'all have too much energy, negative energy, putting it on other people over in the other companies, and need to focus a little bit more on Impact. But y'all still stuck in the 2000s, so y'all never understand because y'all don't know how to let shit go. All right, speaking of letting things go, Heath versus Alan Angels. Heath, of course, came and attacked Alan about 2 weeks ago per se, and I mean like Alan was not too happy about that, so he finally gets his match tonight, but he ends up taking a loss. He ends up losing to Heath, and I mean like Alan, I mean like you wanted this match with Heath and everything, but you went out there and you lost. Not saying that you didn't put on a nice fight for this match, but you definitely did not win. And I mean you're definitely giving Heath a lot of momentum, a big push and a lot up under his belt to take this victory. So I don't necessarily know if things are going to end between Heath and Angels as of right now, but I'm sure that Angels really wants to probably get his hands on Heath in the sense of the fact that he did take this loss tonight. So I have no idea, but shout out to Heath. He definitely dabbed it up and went out there in the crowd and cheered for everybody, and everybody was cheering for him. It seems like Alan is even though he left the design and everybody was cheering and clapping and happy for him, but I guess when you're in a match with Heath, it doesn't really matter because the crowd is gonna go for Heath. majority of the time, for what I think, from what I hear, a lot of people know going for Heath. The only person I know that boos Heath is like Nikki. That's about it. Anybody else, I don't really hear them. So we got a little backstage interview between Gia Miller and Eric Young. And I mean, like, Eric Young, he came back at Slammiversary. He let it be known that he is back with Impact Wrestling. And this is just the beginning. This is a roll back to Eric Young, finding himself and, getting back into being who he is. And, we definitely got a little bit of something towards the end of the show that really, really, really let it be known that Eric Young is one of the greatest in this company to a lot of people. And it's nice to see him back where he feels, from his interviews, feel like he is back where he belongs, where he know he'll be appreciated, where he knows he doesn't have to worry about anything, where he knows that he has his longevity here in this company, that he is very well respected. So shout out to Eric Young. Like I said, we'll see a little bit more of him towards the end of the show. We move on here because we had Jake Something versus, I think his name is Danny Vega. Very well-renowned, known talent in Chicago. And they put on a really nice match for the most part. And I mean, it's Jake Something. He's coming back. He's reclaiming this place to be his, and he has something to prove. And that was pretty much it. I mean, I really can't say much because this match was not that long either, though. And I mean, he was really just throwing his ass around, to be honest, I would say. He used to wrestle in AIW in Cleveland. Okay. Well, see, I'm new to Mr. Vega. In a sense, per se, I'm very new to him. So from what I learned from other people was the fact that he is, very well known in the Windy City, if we would put it in that terminology. But yeah, so shout out to Jake Something for getting this victory and everything. And I'm ready to see Jake Something really dive into some feud. I feel like maybe I can see Jake Something versus like Steve Macklin, or like him and Steve Macklin tagging each other. They both kind of give me a little bit of that aggression and everything and stuff like that. So if I see that happening in a sense and everything, but I don't know. I don't know what's to come for Jake Something, but I'm sure that as time progresses and depending on how long he stays in Impact Wrestling, he'll move up in the ranks. And he's definitely doing it now, but he's definitely going to need to face some people that truly matter in a sense within the Impact roster. All right, so we move on to the triple threat match. The Digital Media Championship is on the line. Our new champion, Kenny King versus Joe Hendry and Yua. You know what I'm saying? Joe Hendry came out. Y'all know I never listen to Joe Hendry because I can care less about that man. And Yua, he's growing a personality in a sense and everything. But yeah, that's about it. But we get to the fight bites. This is Hendry's. Hendry has never. Oh, we have someone popping in. Hello. Say everybody.
Hi y'all, I'm at PW Revolver. Just chilling.
You like you in
How y'all
like
doing?
in the. It seems like you're back in like the school, like back in the classroom at school, and you're trying to
know, right?
talk. You're trying to FaceTime and be on the phone and stuff, and you're not supposed to have your phone out.
Hilarious. We are here at PW Revolver on our way to SummerSlam, you guys. So super exciting. I'm waiting on a few people to come in. I might have a guest. I don't know.
You might have a what?
I don't know.
You might have a guest.
Let me go find somebody really quick.
Okay. Okay, so while Nikki goes and finds somebody, damn, y'all happy to see Nikki? Y'all not happy to see me? Like what? Y'all never this excited to see me. I'm flabbergasted. Anyway, while Nikki goes and finds somebody, we will continue on with Impact Wrestling. No, because y'all fake. I'm gonna stop showing up. All right, so this is Hendry's contractual rematch for the title following Slammiversary. Yua has never competed in a traditional triple threat match. In 2013, King defended the X Division title successfully 4 times in 3-way matches. Uh, so I kid. So this is quite even because I mean you have Joe Hendry. I mean, of course, he's been holding this title for like 250 some days, and he's kind of brought a lot of renowned things and everything. So yeah, no, I don't think she'll be like noticed that Shelly has won. I think she's somewhere else roaming around everything. But I guess once she finds where she, like I said, she's looking for, then we'll pop her back on the screen and everything too. So you never know. I mean, it is PW Evolver. There are a lot of Impact wrestlers who are there that wrestle on the card and everything. So hey, who knows who Nikki will find? But we'll definitely I will see it down here before I bring up and everything too. But yeah, let's dive into this match. Well, not much dive into. This was actually a really good triple threat match. And I know Joe Hendry is a little upset at the fact that Yua kind of got himself inserted into this match and everything. But I'm not mad at it. Yua, honestly, truly, sometimes I do forget that Yua is on or in Impact because he's utilized, but he's not utilized in a stature of make me feel like, damn, where is Yua at? Like, where is he? So I didn't mind the alignment that he had with Joe Hendry, but he's a really good talent. He's absolutely great. In the ring, Yua is. I've had the chance to see him wrestle in person in a lot of different shows, and learn a bit more about the work that he's done in other promotions too. But seeing him over in Impact, I mean, I didn't think that Kenny King would have lost his title that soon because honestly, Kenny King needs this because when I don't know more pretty much disband, Kenny King was kind of like trying to figure out who he is and what he wanted to do, and try to continue to grow and keep that name and relevancy within himself. So I think having someone like Shelton in this corner does continue to help in a sense of you bringing on a younger talent who may have a little bit of similarities to you, except the only thing he's not a former male stripper. I would hope not, unless something comes out the closet about Shelton and we don't know about it. But I don't mind it. I think that it could go down to where we do run it back with Kenny and Joe Hendry, because Joe Hendry does deserve a rematch. I hate that I'm saying that, but he does deserve a rematch, and maybe he will. I don't know. So I guess we'll find out what happens. I mean, Emergence is, it's this month, August 27th. Multiverse United is coming up too as well. And a couple other things are happening. And of course, the 1,000th episode of Impact Wrestling is coming up very, very soon in New York. So yeah, it's a lot of things that we're really, really gearing up for this year. And I mean, like it's like absolutely amazing. I'm so excited. But like I said, 1,000 episodes. We have the returning of the legends, the iconic, the beautiful people. Honestly, truly, these were my faves when I was watching TNA. Like me and Nikki, fun fact, me and Nikki always talked about the beautiful people. Like Nikki would be Angelina Love, and then I would be Velvet Sky. We had already said that, like in a sense, like Nikki, Angelina, me, Velvet Sky. And we've actually had the chance to like meet them at like, I think WrestleCon. We saw them at WrestleCon, and we also saw them at Starrcast last year. So it's also nice. Okay. Well, it seems like Nikki has found a guest, and she says she's gonna let me know when the guest is here. So I'm gonna try to pay attention over here on the time. Nikki does sometimes wear her hair like Angelina. I don't think I have the boobs for Velvet Sky, but I think I can get a push up and make it work. I think I get a push up and make it work or something. And everything. But I loved how they used to get in the ring. I loved everything about the beautiful people. I thought they were great. I thought they not only gave sex appeal, but they also knew how to kick your ass in the ring. Like all of that. Like I absolutely loved everything about this. And then Awesome Kong, Hall of Famer. I mean, this is amazing. Like I am jealous of anybody who's going to New York. or in New York, who will be going to the 1,000 episodes of Impact Wrestling. I mean, I think this is monumental to introduce the Knockouts. I mean, Awesome Kong, yes, so happy to see her back in Impact Wrestling, but it definitely was a shocker to me to be able to sit there and see like the beautiful people. Like those were my girls growing up. So happy to see them. So happy to see Awesome Kong. Maybe we may have an Awesome Kong and Gail Kim kind of, interaction. I mean, Gail Kim has to come out. Like, please. Mickie James, I'm telling you right now, Mickie James, you better pop up, girl. You out here having boot camps for your wrestling camp and stuff like that. You better show up. I'm telling you right now. You better show up. And I hope there's a plethora of other, like, not only just Knockouts, but other people from like, the past that play a big part in this too. I think that is going to be great. It really, really is. So that happened September 9th in White Plains, New York. That's 7-hour one-way driving. Listen, I drove, like, if you haven't, so we have our NXT Great American Bash vlog up on YouTube as of right now. It's just aired today. So I drove 8 hours from where I live to Texas for Great American Bash and drove 8 hours back home and everything. I don't know if Su Yung got released from her contract. I would love to see Su Yung back in Impact Wrestling because I've been seeing her wrestle at different promotions and everything like that. And so it's like, damn, I've been looking for Su Yung. Like, out of everybody else, I've been looking for Su Yung because Su Yung, she hasn't been seen since the whole, like, since, of course, she was pregnant, and then, the dismissal of the Undeadly Bridesmaids and stuff like that. And, she's kind of been wrestling, like I said, different promotions, but I would love to see her pop up here at Impact. But I don't really necessarily know if she got released from her contract, because last time I checked, she was still showing up on as a roster on their website, but that could mean anything. So I would love that, and everything like that. So Gail and Miss Jackie Moore did, yeah, I would love to see them too. Like, me personally, I want to see like OBD. I would love to see OBD, bro. Like, OBD was also my girl too. She was kind of like, she reminded me like a female Stone Cold Steve Austin, banging her fucking chest with them fucking beer cans and shit. Like, I loved OBD, like, bro. She was, and shout out to her for getting married recently too, though. So like Christy Hemme, bring out all the girls if you can. Those are still in good sense and everything with the company and stuff like that. So I say bring all them out, bring all the guys out too as well. That's been there and everything. So like, I'm excited. Another thing I'm also excited for is the fact that Zack Sabre Jr. And Shane Haas is going to be facing Moose and Eddie Edwards. Yeah, she's due lose to her press at some point. Yeah, she did. OBD is like, she's absolutely crazy. I absolutely love her, bro. Cannot like not leave her out at all, whatsoever. But I'm happy that this match is happening, but I'm also sad because there is a possibility that I will not be here live for this, honestly. And it's because of the fact that a lot of people don't know, but I am a huge fan of Zack Sabre Jr. Like, that man is my life. Like, how I feel about Jay White, sort of, is how I feel about Zack. Like, Zack is a pure asshole when it comes to his opponents, and it makes it so dear to my heart that I idolize my life behind him. So yeah. Taylor Wilde and Awesome Kong have history. They do. Ooh, Awesome Kong coming for the COVID, that would be crazy as well. So I don't know. Like, there's, like, you guys don't understand. There is so much wrestling stuff that's happening, and we like, I don't, a lot of stuff not gonna shake. I told myself I was gonna be hibernating until September, because me and Nikki have plans to go to the Memphis Mayhem in Memphis, Tennessee for Impact Wrestling. So we do plan on being there because it is a little bit closer to both of us in a sense. So we plan on going there, and I think that's September the 22nd through September the 23rd. So we're gonna be going there for Impact Wrestling. But we have talked about going to Multiverse, but it would be great because we'll be in the iconic ECW arena, but it doesn't seem like that might not be happening. to be honest. So I don't know yet because I have absolutely no idea. I don't, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna be happening. But we never know. A miracle could happen. I may wake up with 10K in my account or something. I may win the lottery. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So Impact 1000 is a little bit more special because you do have like this is like home growth of people who came from Impact Wrestling, broke down barriers, and build a career and legacy there. So it would be great to, be there and everything, but I have absolutely no idea. And Nikki is still here, but she's still waiting, and everything. So like, man, it'll be great. It'll be absolutely awesome. Like Victory Road and Impact Wrestling is more special to be honest. And with me and Nikki actually having a chance to go to Victory Road, like a lot of people don't know, but like 2022 was really big for Impact Wrestling for me because those were some like the first ever shows that I were able to go to for Impact Wrestling. Like never had a chance to go to Impact Wrestling shows as a kid because they never really came close to me and everything. And I was only going to like WWE shows and stuff like that. So, especially like more so the live events, like not even like the televised shows. I wasn't even going there, because we didn't have the ability to do that. So, and they didn't really come close to where I grew up at that often. And my parents were just not going to go for it at all whatsoever. Like, because it's like a school night, and you gotta go to bed. Especially those of you have parents who gave you a curfew or a timer when you have to go to bed. So my bedtime was like 9 o'clock, right before the good shit happened. Yeah, but I had to throw a tantrum to stay up till like 10 o'clock so I could talk about it at school the next day with my friends. So, but yeah, so this match is happening. I'm excited. I'm ready to see what else happens. Like we haven't really announced anything with the women. I know Deonna did issue out a challenge for anybody to come see her. She's ready. She's definitely ready to go. So I mean, like if it happens and it takes place, then I hope so, and everything like that. So I don't know. I know we already touched on this, but Trinity has suffered from thoughts and she need the pin. That is very true. Like that is true, but she still hasn't been pinned in a sense. So I guess we can still cheer about that. But she did take that loss, in a sense of that match there. But it's fine. It's all right. She did. I don't know, like. You feel that she could be fighting for the New Japan Strong Woman Championship? Isn't that on? Oh, that's on Julia right now. Deonna and Julia will go crazy though. But I don't know who. I really don't know who's going to accept that challenge at all whatsoever. I have absolutely no idea who would accept that challenge for Deonna. But whoever it is, I'm hoping that it is somebody that is going to shake the room with Deonna Purrazzo. And who knows? It could be a guy too, though. We've seen Deonna, get into her, matches with people before, especially guys on the indies and everything like that. So I don't know. I was thinking I'm thinking that would be great. No lie. She is a belt collector in her own right. Deonna Purrazzo isn't. I mean, hey, what's to say if Deonna was the one to tell Julia to defend her title at Multiverse? And what if Deonna wins? Now Deonna is in New Japan defending titles and shit. So I mean, like, hey, if it happens, that would be great. But if not, then hey, I'm pretty sure there's a plethora of other women on the roster that would be eagerly a great matchup for Deonna Purrazzo. But also, this was let's say so. Yeah, she does have her match. They do have New Japan does have a event on the 19th. The night before, so it may work for Julia. Julia, it may work, but I don't know. Since I know Kevin is on that match card and a few other people on that match card too, so I don't know. Philly for Multiverse weekend is going to be pretty nice for like New Japan stars and everything like that. I never been to a New Japan show. I would love to go. That is something that I want to cross off my bucket list, in a sense. So who knows? But we did find out earlier this week that there is going to be a number one contenders tag team championship tournament match with the tag teams of Impact Wrestling. We have the Rascals versus Bailey and Gresham, and then we have Sami Callihan versus ABC, which is that match will take place next week, and the winners actually go off to challenge Subculture at Emergence. I'm like, dang. So at first I thought that Subculture vacated these damn titles, but it's just they just won't be showing up until Emergence. So this isn't much of a tournament. This is just a 3-match series. I agree in so many different ways. I really do. So, but we had the Rascals versus Bailey and Gresham. Now we did see the Rascals earlier within the show talking so much shit. we are teams in the tournament, and honestly, truly, depending on exactly how tonight went, in a sense, it's probably going to be the Rascals versus ABC. And I feel like because the way the Rascals have been winning their matches, if ABC is not smart enough to catch on to their bullshit, then they could lose this tournament, and then it'll be Subculture versus the Rascals, and then the Rascals could probably become the new Impact Tag Team Champions. But I don't know yet. We'll have to find out. But like I said, the Rascals were talking a lot of stuff earlier within the show, and Scott D'Amore came to him and told him, so, you know what? We're going to put you in the tag. We're going to put you in the tournament. We're going to go from there. But I was hoping both ABC and Rascals should have lost and had enough. I don't know. Imagine that podcast of the Rascals versus ABC are in the finals. That would be a field day when they can. Listen, we've already started because ABC could have retained their titles at Slammiversary if it wasn't for the Rascals inserting themselves because they were mad because they thought they had a title opportunity and they did not. So I don't know, but yeah. So we started out with the Rascals in this tournament, the Rascals versus Bailey and Gresham, and Gresham seemed to try to turn up a little bit of a heelistic mode for himself. See how I did there, and I don't really know what Gresham wants. Like he said that he's tired. He had that talk with Tom Holland. He was like, he's tired of this. He's tired of that. He's known for going by the rules and everything like that. And it just seems like I don't necessarily know what's going on. Like what do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? So, but I enjoy seeing Speedball and Gresham as a tag because not only are they great opponents, they're also great as a tag. They work really, really well as a tag, and I personally don't really mind seeing them in a tag with each other. I really do not. At all whatsoever. He wants to take a break like his wife, Jordan Grace, maybe. I don't know, but Jordan has been talking about how much she missed being in the ring. So, and I mean, like, according to reports, Jordan is a free agent, and she's welcome to go wherever she pleases. There were some rumors or speculations that maybe she could pop up at NXT Great American Bash and attack Tiffany Stratton, but that didn't turn out that way at all whatsoever. So I don't necessarily know what Jonathan is wanting to do. But if he wanted to take that break, I mean, he could. But I don't necessarily know if that's something that he wants to do because he's just kind of speaking in code right now, and nobody has time to go through and figure out what you're thinking. But yeah, so same way the Rascals have been constantly winning their matches. They have been winning the same way, and they went ahead and they defeated Gresham and Bailey. And it seems like to me that Gresham is not too happy about it in a sense because even with the pin, Trey was holding on to those tights. They did make it to the finals, unfortunately. Yeah, you love to see it. You really do. But yeah, so they did go on, and next week we'll find out if my team, ABC, can make it to the finals as well, and hopefully they make it to Emergence to get those titles back. But like I said, depending on when it comes to the Rascals, they have been getting the upper hand on a lot of these tag teams in their singles matches, in their tag matches. And they really have been getting the upper hand by using that damn Walmart Dollar Tree spray can to their advantage and rolling their opponents up. So if it comes down to it, where we have the Rascals and ABC in the finals, it is going to be a shit show on the Women's Wrestling Talk for Impact Wrestling. I'm here to tell you right now, it really is. Me and Nikki are going to go to war. We are going to go to war. I'm telling you, we are. Well, I wouldn't say it's a knockout Outcast spray can, because technically the Outcasts have a knockoff Rascals can. So I wouldn't say that, because the spray thing has kind of been Trey's thing anyway, or the Rascals thing anyway. So I wouldn't necessarily say that it's an Outcast. But what I can say is that this spray can has been utilized a lot in various different ways, from like NWO, and even Trish Stratus when she wrote "slut" on the back of Christy Hemi's back when she chick kicked her. So I don't know. This spray can has been utilized in a lot of different ways and stuff like that, but not in the sense of decimating. Well, in the sense of decimating a lot of things. So I don't know, but all I can say is whatever happens with the outcome for next week for ABC. But honestly, truly, I feel like the Rascals are going to find their way to interfere in this match and cause Bay and Ace to even make it to the finals. And then it's going to be a big shit show. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be the biggest shit show you ever seen in your entire life. You're going to need a big toilet to flush this shit down, because it's going to be a lot. I'm definitely sure she appreciates this screenshot. I'm pretty sure she does, but like I said, she's still currently waiting on a guest and everything. So he really would have. She really will have, and it sucks because Nikki, like I said, she's on her way to, she's getting ready for SummerSlam. SummerSlam is this weekend and everything. But we'll definitely talk a little bit more about that as well. But yeah, I think it would make sense for them to wrestle each other on a pay-per-view. I do. I know, Eddie, you don't have to continue to, ruin my day because you're not. I can't utilize you for your screenshots, but I do appreciate you when you do them. All right, so we also end up closing out the show tonight with what we thought was the ending of Eric Young, when they made it seem as if like, the design, Cody, Diener and everybody kind of like killed off Eric Young, but somehow Eric Young survived, and now he's on the road to redemption. He's rolled back and everything, and I mean, like he's I mean, honestly, truly, this was out of the movie type shit. Like this was everything, to be honest. Like this was really, really good. I personally thoroughly enjoyed everything about this, because it's like, damn, there's like a plot twist. You think that Eric Young is done, he's no more, and now you're showing like how the fuck he got here. How did he escape, how he came back, and I know that it's going to lead to a big, big thing when it comes with Eric and Cody Diener, like fully putting it into what Eric Young actually created. So I absolutely loved it, absolutely enjoyed it, and I'm ready for more of what they actually have planned. Could be the grandson of Santa. He could be, but my granddaddy, I don't know where my granddaddy is, honestly. Like he's still, I guess, recovering from Macklin and Bully Ray setting him on fire, which we've been checking on him. We make sure he's good and everything. So he's been doing a lot better, and he's looking forward to making that return soon, hopefully. Yeah, we're gonna keep high hopes on my granddaddy PCO and everything. So everybody say, get well PCO in the chat. I'll let them know that you guys are wishing him well and everything like that. But that does end up bringing us more so to the end of Impact Wrestling post show and everything like that. So I do want to say that kind of give you guys a little bit of what's happening this weekend and everything. So tomorrow, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I do what I can, you know. Okay, so tomorrow is of course the go home show for SummerSlam. Like we are here, guys. We have like I don't know what to tell you guys. We are here. We have truly, honestly, made it to SummerSlam. This is the biggest summer event of the year, and there's so much happening. Okay, so I guess Nikki is back. I don't know, but she's kind of like I don't know what's going on, but she's kind of a little bit all over the place. Her Wi-Fi is not that great either. Um, not that great either, but you know, she is moving around in drop frames and everything. You are on mute, so we can't hear anything that you're saying.
I'm waiting. I have
Oh,
someone for y'all. I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna. You know, we would have brought a knockout tonight, but of course, we respect Ross. We love Ross, and
mhm.
we don't breach contracts, right? So we can't
Right.
get. But I will say this: Masha and Jessica all sent their love. Also,
Mhm.
Armstrong, she's in the Indies. She's coming up in the game. She sent some love.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
we also, now you're probably not supposed to be saying this, but Max sent us some love too. So, what
Okay.
a special guest, hopefully, if she comes out. But
Mhm.
she knows I'm in the building. So
Mhm.
we gonna see. I'm trying to get some merch. But yeah, fit y'all.
I ain't gonna lie, Nikki is definitely dressed like she belong on like the B boys type team or something. Like she is like she about to break dance right now. Like you definitely should be out there with like Run DMC. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I really should. But I wanted to. We're not gonna stay too long. I might have to get it in video form, but I wanted y'all to have someone here. But you know,
Joseph said, "Did you get your wish with Shelly losing?"
no. But Billy Starks has his number. That's all I have to say. So, but it is what it is. You know.
Joseph also said you could rock that look for SummerSlam tomorrow.
No, I'm not. I'm wearing something else.
She
Good.
does
How are you?
she does have other fits planned. I was with her virtually, getting her ready for tomorrow.
I can't clarify where I'm gonna be,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. When you think, tomorrow's a very eventful day. Myself, of course, senior writer here and host, holding it down with the CEO TK. We will be doing SummerSlam weekend. We have some great and some amazing surprises. Hell, I think I'm going to be surprised myself, to be honest. I'm 3 hours from Detroit, and I'm loved because I got a Jessica.
That's fire though. It's like three versions of Jessica.
Yeah. So
That
yeah,
that is sick.
I'm glad that y'all were here to hold it down with my girl. As I'm on the road, I am actually doing what Santana did for Austin, which is hilarious. I'm doing an 8 hour drive, and it turned into 8 already. 3 more to go. Um, so we're just waiting, you guys. Surprises, but everything doesn't always work out in our favor. Things happen,
Mhm.
but we're just
So the
waiting.
Rascals, so the Rascals did make it to the finals for the
Yeah,
tag title team.
yes.
Do you feel like they will interfere with next week's match with Sammy Callahan and Rich Swann versus ABC?
I think that they are going to, but it's not going to work in their favor. So I still think that it's going to be a rematch. I think we're gonna have ABC versus. Like, so I think they're gonna try to, but I don't think it's gonna go in the way that they might have wanted it to.
Hmm.
Uh, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see for that one. I did love seeing Trinity. I thought Trinity and Deonna's segment was amazing. Surprised that they took the
Hmm.
loss.
They
That was
did.
very, very shocking. And I actually really love what we're seeing in the digital media championship.
Mhm.
It's like a subpar to with the X Division champion, like with the X
Yeah.
Division in a sense. It just feels more. It's been more established now. It's been around for a while, and it just seems like you know, just seems a little better. But other than that, I mean,
I mean, how do you feel about the beautiful people showing up for the 1,000th episode of Impact Wrestling
needed. Like I
and
think
Awesome Kong?
Awesome Kong being there too is needed.
Right.
I mean, I feel like I do think, and this is just my own prediction. I think Mickey James comes back.
I said that.
Yeah, I figured you did because I was
I said
trying to
that. So she's out here boot camping and shit. She's coming. She better bring her ass to that 1,000th episode.
boot camping is nuts.
I also said OBD too, though, because come on, right?
I would love to see even like oh my goodness, her name
Bro, yeah.
Brooke come back, and a couple other
Hmm.
people come back. It would be one of those things that if we could have that moment, you know,
Yeah.
with everyone with all the knockouts, I think it would be because some of them are still wrestling, some of them are still doing their thing, so it's like
Hmm.
it would be nice. I do think that it's going to be good to see Awesome Kong back because we haven't seen her since her Hall of Fame induction.
I said
So
that we could have like interaction between Awesome Kong and like Gail Kim. You
yeah, Gail.
know.
I mean, it's a must. Like it's a
Mhm.
must.
Joseph also wanted to know if we could get Nikki's thoughts on Deonna issuing a challenge for multiverse, and who do you think her opponent could be?
I'm a little undecided because I don't know where her opponent comes from.
That's true.
That's the thing. I think that if we're being honest, it has to be Mercedes Monet. Like I don't know her situation. I know she's been in the ring.
Mhm.
In order for us to continue the mold that we've been building, I
Right.
do believe Mercedes Monet. And if it's not, um, it could be me. It could be a callback. But
Mhm.
I think in my mind, if there's only one woman that's signed to New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I think it has to be Mercedes. Like it has to be Mercedes. But I don't know if she's
Mhm.
clear. So, we don't know that one.
That's
But
true.
that
I was
if
I
you're
was
gonna
thinking Julia.
been in so long, if you're gonna come in this world, then you need to face someone like
Right.
the U.S. If you're gonna be
You kind of cutting out a lot.
oh,
They have the worst Wi-Fi in there. Jesus Christ. Or that's cellular data.
okay, I guess.
Hmm. I thought maybe like Julia and Joseph was saying that because of the fact that she is holding the New Japan Strong champion and everything.
Yeah.
So thought maybe that would be another option for the most part and everything like that. So that could be.
Yeah, I think it could work.
I don't know. I hope so.
I want to see
Uh,
Mercedes. Oh, no,
yeah. We also have Zack Sabre Jr. on the card too.
okay, you guys, we might. Let's see.
We might
Let's see.
what?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
Okay, so while Nikki is grabbing our guests and everything, our surprise guests, according to her.
I have a guess.
Hi.
We have
Hi,
Allie
y'all.
Truck in the building, guys.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Someone who has been on
Oh.
Impact Wrestling before.
Yes. Yeah, she gave it to you because she took hers.
She told me she was
Yeah.
sick, but like
That was the surprise, y'all. I wanted to bring y'all someone who loves the show, who we love, the queen, honey. The PW Revolver Queen herself. Y'all already know I had to stop and date to see my sis. Yeah.
No crying.
No crying, bitch. But yeah.
I'm dead.
We're about to end it. Man. That was y'all surprise.
I still gotta do my rundown.
Oh, you not done?
I was when you were coming back, I was about to do the rundown of what's happening this weekend.
Okay.
That's what I was doing.
Okay, well let me go on mute.
Okay. Hey, what? All right, so that was, I guess, Allie Cash. Thank you for jumping in and everything like that. Appreciate it a lot. But just like I said, what I was doing was giving you guys a rundown what's happening this weekend. So, of course, tomorrow is Friday Night SmackDown. It is the go-home show for SummerSlam. And, I mean, SummerSlam has gotten here pretty quickly. And we have it's going to be a lot going on this weekend and everything like that. I'm going to drop Nikki down because, I'll just leave it there. But yeah, so tomorrow, me and Stephanie will be going over Friday Night SmackDown leading up to SummerSlam. I mean, don't really know what they have planned for the show, but of course, I'm sure y'all Tribal Chief is going to be there. So I know y'all going to be happy about that. But we do have SummerSlam gearing up for Saturday. There will be a post show for SummerSlam. I'm telling you right now, as soon as we are crowned a new champion, we are going live. Let me say something. We may have some other hosts in here and everything like that. But I'm telling you right now, if they're not here when I go live, that's not my problem. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, as soon as SummerSlam is done over with, we're going live here on Women's Wrestling Talk. And I'm gonna be here, of course. I don't know who else is gonna be here for the post show. I cannot personally tell you. But like I said, we may have different hosts coming in to share some of their thoughts and everything, but we're only doing it for 1 hour. We're not gonna be here all night because I already have to work this weekend from 7:50 in the morning to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. I do not, and I repeat, do not want to be here for 2-3 hours to talk about why I could talk about why Jey Uso is a better candidate as champion, not wrong, but we're getting to all that. But definitely make sure you guys continue to follow Women's Wrestling Talk on all social media platforms. Check out our new website. We have a new and approved, well-designed website, you guys, that literally has everything that deals with all of our right. You can see, you go to our contributor page, you get to see all of our writers, all of our hosts here that you normally see on the post shows or the articles that you normally see go out. You get to put a face with a name, and maybe you may run across some of our writers and some of our hosts at some of these wrestling events, and you can walk onto them and meet them and shake their hand and take a photo and all that. The only person you cannot do that with is me, because I am protective of my own space. But other than that, we thank you guys so much, as always, hanging out with us here on Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. And as Nikki goes out, I go out too. I will be your SummerSlam sizzling correspondent for the weekend, because I am here virtually. So I'll be covering a lot of things dealing with SummerSlam virtually. Same thing I did for WrestleMania weekend. It's going to be like that. So thank you guys, as always, for hanging out with us here at Women's Wrestling Talk. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown, where we go home to SummerSlam in Detroit. Bye, guys.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.